Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. I hope everybody's doing well out there today in this end of summer, early fall day. Beautiful here in Maine today. I don't know what it's like where you are, but hopefully it's nice and you were able to get out and enjoy the weather. A couple of Tuesdays ago, I went to Goodwill. If you know my channel, I hit them a couple times a week. And Tuesday happens to be the old man day where you get 20% off. So I always hit them up on Tuesday. And a couple weeks ago, they had a whole bunch of Newgrass albums and folk and country stuff. And I went back today, and they put more out. So I guess they must have a lot in the back, and they're slowly doling it out. So I got a bunch of those, plus other stuff I picked up along the way, past week or two. At Goodwill, at least our Goodwill, they have a small section now of sort of curated, more expensive stuff. They might have some fancy china, silverware, whatever. And I was looking at it, and they had a record. So I looked at it, didn't know who this guy was, but it was a signed copy. And there's a guy named Crowder, and his American album called American Prodigal. It's a 2-record set, gatefold. The cover is not in great shape. You see the back cover sort of warped there, and it has some damage on the back. But the records are really clean. From what I can gather, he's a Christian rocker, so really not up my alley of things I'm interested in. But for what I paid for it for a signed copy, I figured always good to have. I can add it to my group of records I'm selling at the first record show I'm going to be doing in November. I only saw, when I went to Discogs, I only saw one for sale in the United States, and I doubt it's a signed copy. So that's sort of cool. Crowder. And now we get into the regular stuff I have. First album is a great country guy named Brian Bowers, auto harp player. This is his album called By Heart. I know you think auto harp sort of corny. This guy is a master. Really great musician, and a wonderful album on Flying Fish, the red Flying Fish label. He's joined here by Mike Aldridge. That's about some other people. Oh, Sam Bush is on here. One's cut, 2 cuts, 3 cut more. Yeah, Sam Bush joins him. So another reason to dig this album. So Brian Bowers, By Heart. This is from 1984. Next one I saw, I know this guy. I don't have any of his albums. Really, when I looked it up, it doesn't sell for a lot, which I'm really surprised at. But it's John Jorgenson, amazing guitar player. This is After You've Gone, very gypsy jazz, Django Reinhardt-esque kind of music. Great player. And he's joined here by, who's playing? I'm trying to remember. John Jorgenson, David Grisman, and Daryl Anger plays the violin on Curb Records. This is just a wonderful, wonderful album. Really happy to have it. I didn't know anything about John Jorgenson until a couple of years ago when a buddy of mine turned me on to him, and this is my first album by him. I have other albums where he plays on the cover, with other people, but this is his only solo album I have by him. So definitely recommend it. Really great. This is another one where I knew the name, but really didn't know much of her work. And it's a Marsha Ball, Hot Tamale Baby. Love that cover. There's the back. And this is on Rounder Records. She's a blues singer, piano player. Regular Rounder label, you know that. She plays piano and sings, very bluesy, gruff kind of voice. A little bit like Janis at times, a little bit like Bonnie Raitt at times. Quite good. Really enjoyed this. This is from also 85. So Marsha Ball, Hot Tamale Baby. This one I had a copy, but this one happened to be signed. So I'm going to sell my copy and keep this one. And this is Cuttin' Loose by Fred Carpenter with Mark O'Connor playing on there also. Great musicians. Yeah, just the two of them Mark on guitar and tenor guitar, and Fred on fiddle. And it's signed to somebody. Many thanks, Fred Carpenter. That's sort of cool to have a nice signed copy. Nice, a little cleaner than my original copy. So happy to have that and add that to the collection. This one I picked up. Big fan of this guy, so I was really happy to get this. This is John Renbourn, and this is a double album compilation. And basically, it's his first 2 albums put out. I can't think of the name of the 2 albums. Let's say here, recorded 1965. Yeah, both recorded 1965. So early stuff by John Renbourn. Just wonderful stuff. There you go. Nice cover. And yeah, great English folk music. John Renbourn. Speaking of gypsy jazz, how about some Django Reinhardt? His Django Paris 1945, recorded by the Jazz Club Francais with the All-American All-Stars, Ray McKinley Trio, Mel Powell. And this is a copy from the Netherlands, printed in Holland. Love me some Django Reinhardt, one of the greatest. Now some more country stuff. I'd never heard of these people before, but I really, really dug this album. Cobble Mountain Band. Again, from the 80s. I'm trying to see. Nope, sorry, 70, 79, almost the 80s. And love the label. So I played this the other day, if I remember right. It's country with like a southern rock edge to it. But really, great album. Really a lot of fun. Enjoy the hell out of that one. Again, don't know any of these guys on the album, but or in the band. But if you see it, grab it. I showed a record by these guys last time. A local guy who I know I used to work with was in a band called High Noon. This is a 10-inch rockabilly band, as is called Texas Style. The one guitar player, Sean Mencher, there in the back, is here from Portland, Maine. The other 2 guys are from Austin, Texas. Sean went down and lived in Texas for a while and recorded some stuff, and they come up here now and then. They play. Sean plays around town a lot, and I'm real happy to just find this on Exile Records. High Noon, Texas Style. So that's 2 of his albums I found in the past week, which I think is really, really great. This one is made in England, UK pressing, and this record is dedicated to Willie Dixon. So yeah, looking forward to this. Guest stars on here are John Ely, Alvin Crow. There you go. High Noon. This one is a complete blind buy. I got this today. I haven't listened to it, haven't cleaned it. Don't know any of the people on it, but it looked cool and the price was right. John Lincoln Wright and the Sour Mash Review. And his album, you can't get that from here. Just, I looked it up on this guy, just said folk. Mastered in Nashville. And private label, I think, obviously, because there's Lincoln Records. So I really don't know much about it yet, but it looked right and the price was right. And I'm always happy to try something new for a couple of bucks, especially when it has the Sour Mash Review. Got to be interesting. All right, that's it. What do I got on here? What year? 1981. Lincoln. You can't get that from here. Another one I found today at Goodwill. Again, didn't know anything about it, but I saw the name. It looked interesting. Tasty Licks. And the album Anchored to the Shore. And when I looked on the back who's playing on it, I said, oh, I know that guy. Bella Fleck. This is early album. This is from 1979. John Tottle and Bella Fleck. with Pat Enrick and Mark Schatz. And it's on the black rounder label. So, of course, anything with Bella Fleck, I'm all over it. And this is particularly early Bella Fleck. So looking forward to cleaning this up and giving it a spin soon. Tasty Licks. Here's one. I have nothing by this group, but you all know who they are, and that's Argent. The album In Deep. On the Epic label. So again, I don't know this particular album by them, but Argent was what band were they in? Drawing a blank here. Argent were in Time of the Season, Zombies. There you go. He was in the Zombies. I knew I'd get that right at some point. It took me a little bit. Argent. Another one, complete blind buy. Foster and Lloyd. Just looked interesting. Folk country album. On just regular RCA, nothing special there. But again, it looked interesting. Crazy Over You, one of the songs. One song is Texas in 1880. I figured for the price I'm paying, let me give it a shot. Love these blind buys. Never know what you're going to get. Foster and Lloyd. Like the cover. Nice and clean. I bought one of his albums last week. There's another one by him, Ralph McTell, English folk singer. This is his album, Not Till Tomorrow. There's the back. Some nice pictures. Again, this is going to be 1972. My mistake. 1972. Ralph McTell on the regular Reprise label. I can't remember what band he was in, but he was in a English folk band at some point. So yeah, Ralph McTell, English country. And the last one, yet another blind buy. But I saw this cover and I said, I gotta take this home. Eric Thompson and Alan Sanuki, 2 guitars on Flying Fish. And I guess that's Alan. And that's Eric. On the red Flying Fish label. We all know that. So anyway, I have, and some of these need to be cleaned up before I can get a chance to spin them. But I'm looking forward to digging into a lot of this stuff. Like I said, all this stuff was actually cost me $1.60 each. So I can't say no. It's a problem. We all know what that problem is. Can't say no to a good deal. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate that. And good digging out there. Keep it up. There's lots of stuff still out there at decent prices. You don't have to spend $1 million to get a decent record collection. Okay? Hey, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.